Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yeah, so if this is the first time here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we highly recommend subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the subscription button above, click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video. Remember that this channel is not an entertainment channel. You know, entertainment channels give you an average between 10 to 15 minutes. This is not an entertainment channel, so you have to go elsewhere if you want entertainment. Remember to give this video a thumbs up because you will find it helpful and informative. Please remember to share the video with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, mama, papa, side chick or side man, and tell them to tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police channel. You can join the Patreon squad. By doing so, you will gain access to exclusive content that cannot be played on YouTube due to various restrictions. To unlock this untapped collection of videos, click the link in the description box below. Joining our Patreon community allows you to explore contents that complies with laws, rules and regulations while avoiding disruption to our channel's functionalities. You'll be able to see videos and you'll see photographs, names of persons who have been killed and are still waiting on justice, like Rifle of the British crew, one of the British of the British crew, and you'll see the people who are involved in the killing of these men and others, including Douglas Chambers, who was killed by PMP criminal organization members, and it came from the top, and to date the person who have given that order has not been arrested and charged for that murder. So you can go to Patreon and you'll be able to see the face and name of those persons. So thanks for your continued support, and we look forward to providing you with exceptional content. So moving on to today's video. Yeah, so we have come to the end right here. This is part 3, the last part in the series, you know, exposing this corrupt family, you know, of corruptors. You know, the uncle was the commissioner of police. The nephew now is appointed the commissioner of police. The uncle was arrested and charged with corruption, and he's working with a minister of government who was arrested and charged with corruption. So it seems like corruption is a thing that follows this family. Remember what the uncle had done when he's the first commissioner of police to ever lose his traveling privilege to the United States of America. He had to resign in disgrace. But you know, some people don't have any shame, and he's still showing up in public forum as if he's anyone, as if he's someone with any integrity or character or decency. But you know, you can't shame the shameless. We need a police force to lead by a leader who is incorruptible. The Jamaican people need to stand up for themselves, stand up for their country, because we cannot allow these people to continue the corruption. We know the PMP criminal organization, they have no problem with corruption because that's they dream, they sleep, they breathe, they do everything corrupted. That's them. And I don't want nobody to talk about at least this government is, this prime minister is least corrupted. No, we don't say that. We see FLA, over 10,000 gun license issue up there, and we don't see them disband it. We don't see the people in the media who just a cartel, the same people, them. When cartel had a fight, every day then they hand it, say they need to take it from the police. And they take it from the police, and it's worse. So it goes to show you that it's just this hatred in the society for the police. But there's a certain kind of police who are corrupted and criminals that they are friends with, no problem. If our media houses were honest, decent, ethical, straightforward, they would have from day one, when Ellington could not become the commissioner of police. But you know, they have been touting him, the most corrupt man. They would have said, no, you cannot have a man to lead an organization who have been arrested and charged with corruption. The court did not say he was innocent. That's, you understand what I'm saying? When the court said that you're innocent, that means you were free. He wasn't free. It's because of technicalities why he was able to beat that case. And his brother-in-law, schoolboy Richie, and then he went to prison for him. And he got a, when he was commissioned, he got a big job for the same convicted man, dishonest man, and he ended up again in prison in America for drug dealing. And that is one of the reasons why he had to resign in disgrace from the police force. And you know, some people, you know, when things happen to you publicly, you try to hide. No, sir. This man all over the place. And now he's working with the Ministry of Transport. Now, even somebody who's working there and knowing that this man not only tainted, but this man is corrupted, and you know that you're a squeaky clean person, he cannot talk to you. You're going to put him in this place, but you know they're going to fire you. And that's how it is, their ego. So it is deeply concerning when individuals with questionable backgrounds or connections are appointed to position of authority, particularly within law enforcement agencies, where integrity and trust are paramount, and these persons have none. The allegation that I have mentioned regarding former Commissioner of Police Owen Ellington and his nephew should raise serious doubts about the integrity of the leadership within the Jamaican Constabulary Force. Not with the, as I told you before, not with the criminals, the one that have the bachelors, the associates, the masters and the PhD and the wall. Those are the real criminals in Jamaica. Just let me tell you that. It's not the little man down by 33 or 35 lane. It's the people that live uptown. The people that have Cherry Gardens addresses. And Evandale and Meadowbrook and Beverly Hills. So such appointment, appointing someone, undermine public confidence in the police force and perpetuate a culture of corruption and impunity. Government officials must prioritize transparency, accountability, and meritocracy in their appointment, especially when it comes to law enforcement positions. Efforts to combat corruption within the police force are critical for restoring public trust and ensuring that law enforcement agencies fulfill their duty to serve and protect the community. This requires strong leadership, robust oversight, mechanism, and a commitment to upholding the rule of law. Ultimately, both the government and the citizens are responsible for demanding and upholding the standard of integrity, accountability within law enforcement agencies. Only by rooting out corruption and promoting ethical leadership can the Jamaican Constabulary Force regain the trust and respect of the people it serves. We know that they don't care. We know that corruption. And as I was talking to a former colleague of mine, you know, Gazette rank officer who live in the United States of America, and the man was saying that as corrupt as the PMP was, as corrupt as they was, they are really, you know, as corrupt as the PMP was, they would not they wouldn't, they would not appoint Ellington as Commissioner of Police, although, you know, all of the big wigs them love him because he's one of their boy allegedly crooked. And not only crooked, but you know that the stone crushers, yes, the Doggy Diary, yes, Horace Chang name is in it too. Dr. Horace Chang is in the diary, the Doggy Diary, and Owen Ellington and other police officers. If we are going to become a better nation, we have to have somebody like a Lee Kuan Yew. We don't see no Lee Kuan Yew, we don't see no Edward Seaga, and we don't see no Moses there. All we see down there is spear Alibaba, spear thieves. And the one person who have any form of ethics, honesty and decency, you know, them sideline him. The whole of them hate him, all because I am out him just speak the truth. Everall Warmington. So I want you to listen to the final part. This is part 3 of 3. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. I may be two because I'm cousin, you know. So you know, say, he's a dynasty, you know, criminal dynasty in the police force. So two, just like how Danny Graham, them say Danny Graham get 3 promotion 1 year whenever I'm in the police force. So things, you will see things, you understand, because remember say Owen Ellington daughter in the police. She a cook, you know, she in the military. You understand? So they just use the police force as a vehicle to say enrich themselves and have a job. So them control it. The monopoly. And the Jamaica Constabulary Force, Ellington, the Ellingtons and the Blakes. When we say Blakes, we are talking Kevin Blake, not the other Blake. All the other three deputy, them tainted too. But him tainted just the only police up from assistant commissioner all the way up, not tainted. And MacArthur Sutherland, the blackest man in the police force. So when the man say black people corrupt, I know all black people corrupt. Because you have a police, Jamaica, you have a assistant commissioner of police. You must be proud of. His name is MacArthur Sutherland. Yes. You must be proud of him. For a black man. You're not going to find another MacArthur Sutherland in the police force. For now. Because I haven't served. I can't tell you about the other assistant commissioner of police. I know Gary McKenzie will work at it. No. He's a money courier for a PMP criminal organization drug dealer in Florida, in the United States of America. People keep asking, why, when are you going to name the drug dealer name? The drug dealer know himself. Yeah, I mean, I was having this new program too. But I'm not going to tell nobody what's going on. That's why you understand. You don't interfere in certain investigation. Yes. So when individual with close ties to past corruption are appointed to positions of authority, it sends a troubling message about accountability and the government willingness to address systemic issues within law enforcement. It can perpetuate a culture of impunity and erode public confidence in the ability of law enforcement agency to act impartially and uphold the rule of law. And the reason why you cannot trust Dr. Kevin Blake to be an ethical, honest, decent, truthful police commissioner. This is a man, you know, who have this drunk, crash a police car, write it off, supposed to do brutalizer, because I'm uncle a commissioner of police. The police when I investigated, I leave him a coward to all them things there. You know, I don't know how some man, boy, you claim say, you know, you're not afraid to talk, but you're afraid to talk. You understand? And because of his connection to the commissioner of police, his nephew, nothing happened. You understand? Nothing happened. So the police who was investigating the accident, he's the one that they did something. He's the one that, you know, get the full blunt, because, you understand, transfer and all of them thing there. So to combat corruption and restore law and restore trust in law enforcement, the government must prioritize transparency, meritocracy, and accountability in leadership appointments. This may involve implementing rigorous and vetting process, establishing independent oversight mechanism, and promoting culture of integrity and ethical conduct within law enforcement institutions. Additionally, civil society organizations, the media, and concerned citizens are crucial in holding authorities accountable and advocated for reforms that promote transparency and accountability in law enforcement. By collaborative, challenging nepotism and corruption, society can work towards building a more just and equitable system that serves the interests of all citizens. So, so what is going on right now, they are not serving the interests of the citizens of Jamaica. They're serving the interests of the corruptors, protecting their friends, protecting Patrick Bailey, protecting the drug dealers. So just the way that Anderson was there, them find 2 pallets of drugs, a coke. And when you tell me say coke, Gina bring the coke there. What happened to the cameras that's there at the airport? Whose coke is it? 2 pallets. I want a pallet, if you know a pallet like, you'd have all them pack cement and them thing there. And say a coke pallet, a whole heap of coke, that billions of dollars. No one been arrested to date. Every time they ask the police, them said they're still investigating. Because them expect the people to fool and forget, you understand? Because to them know that the place is corrupt and corruption is rife in Jamaica. Yes. So Assistant Commissioner of Police MacArthur Sutherland, a man with an impeccable character, he has been treated really bad by the Police Service Commission, because they pretend as if they want honest and decent police force. They don't. They're just lying. Everything that they have said, it's just lie. They don't want an honest, decent and ethical police force. They want a police force that them can control the Commissioner of Police. And the Commissioner of Police is dear boy. But you know that when it comes down to MacArthur Sutherland, nobody can say that MacArthur Sutherland is dear boy. Because this is a man who don't take orders from people. He is a honest, hard-working police officer, and we are really, really proud of him. And that's how it's supposed to be. Police officers are supposed to stand out. Yes, you're supposed to have a core beliefs in yourself and nobody. You're not supposed to allow yourself to be for sale. And that's one I think why MacArthur Sutherland had made so many enemies in the police force, because he's not for sale. So we'll tell you now about Darrell Vaz, the corrupt minister. Yes. Can you believe? A man who has been charged with corruption is a minister. So that goes to show so corruption is rife and corruption is normalized in Jamaica. Normally for you to hold a certain job, you are supposed to be incorruptible. But this man has been arrested and charged with corruption, but he is now the Minister of Transport. How that's nepotism, cronyism, and friends. That's how it is. So you know that when Darrell Vaz and SSP James Forbes and Bricknell and the others them were charged, some people blame Llewellyn for everything that happened, and even my man even called the channel and said Llewellyn a fool and all kind of things. But we did not even know that Llewellyn have been through so many things with Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Mackenzie. Gary Mackenzie is a junior man of Hubert Llewellyn, but Mackenzie in a lodge, and when you're in a lodge you do all kind of things at Jamaica, you understand. So that's how it is. And so we're going to tell you what he did to what Mackenzie did to Hubert Llewellyn. So Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Big Boy Mackenzie, we work here together. I wouldn't even trust him with my dog. You understand? That means him I got molest my dog, but it's just that because we know him corrupt. That's what we mean. So Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Mackenzie testified in court under oath in the trial of Member of Parliament Darrell Vaz, who was arrested and charged with corruption. ACP Gary Mackenzie denied that he forced Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn to give a statement implicating West Portland MP Darrell Vaz in a corruption probe. When that information was supplied to us, I was like shocked. You know, that I didn't follow up the case all that much. That Mackenzie had to went to court and test, and that I know for a fact that James Swabs and Hubert Llewellyn, they have some issue going back. Because James Swabs is the one that reverted the man and put him back in a uniform. Because my one is a bad mind brother, you know. Yeah, so I don't like people with bad mind and them things. James Swabs was a bad mind police. So that's why Llewellyn, Hubert had to testify against him, make sure mash him up so him to get the commissioner of police. Because you know that he was en route to get that post. Yes. Because you know him a part of a cabal, you know. And him live uptown. Although him come from the ghetto just like yours truly. But you know, them join a cabal with the elites them. And you know them guide them, can him speak just like them, you know. And him, you know, speak English fluently. And you understand, the man never shoot nobody, the man never got caught, the man there was the face of the Crime Stop and Neighborhood Watch, just like Never Wheatley and all of these things. We don't even see all them something on TV again. You understand? So what he have done to Hubert Llewellyn was you know, hurt the man's career, you understand? By putting him back in uniform. Not for doing anything wrong, but just because he went to a function and he did not like that the man was hustling on the weekend. The man had do something honest, you know. So I tell you all them bad man, you know. Hubert Llewellyn had do honest hustling with him camera, video, got wedding and function and everything. And I hit him put back the man in a uniform for vex him and I make money. You understand? So them rather if you know say you're a thief, and the man not a thief. So I saw him, it's just like I saw him so Owen Ellington State, you know, straight bad man people them. But them and them have the biggest drug dealer friend them and thief in friend them. You understand? So, you know, moving on. So Mackenzie, so he denied force Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn to give statement implicating West Portland MP Darrell Vaz in a corruption probe. Mr. Vaz was clear for breaching the Corruption Prevention Act in the corporate era criminal court. So we don't know. After Llewellyn make sure that him, you know, Farbs was convicted. You know, as usual, it's a cabal thing, you know. Remember, a man can just go drive and check a judge and just, you understand. Because I see him thing with Harry Bungles, you know. The reason why Castell lose him appeal, because Castell, Ellington never did look out for Castell, because Ellington a part of a cabal. Him could have made Castell win the appeal, but hey, he never win it. You understand? So I just saw it go. So James Hall and Harry Bungles, two of them do things here for them party. And them get reward, you know, them get convicted and win pan appeal. And that's the reason why we say, boy, you have to make the final court of appeal for the black man in the United Kingdom. But here others who don't have any experience in the court system, never, you know, collect a statement, much less protecting witness, much less go to court and testify, talking about we need to build a nation. You can't build a nation when you have all of these corrupt people. You have to get a different set of people to start build a nation. Who is there willing to... Alright, look, if you show you some people how them not thinking. If you want to build a nation, you can't build a nation right now. You have two leaders. You have Gummy Bear and Andrew Wellness. Two of them corrupt. You have Darrell Vaz, who was charged with corruption. Him in charge of our ministry, so him in a cabinet. So you know, so in a cabinet, you're not supposed to have nothing corrupt in there. Darrell Vaz in there, and then Owen Ellington in the same cabinet, in the same ministry with Owen Ellington. So Darrell Vaz a Owen Ellington boss. Darrell Vaz, you know, say the prime minister is based on information received and obtained. Yes, if you want anything for happen through the prime minister, you go through Darrell Vaz. Not Bobby Montague or Horace Chang. Darrell Vaz. So that's why Warmington get fire. And then they tell him about civil society and all of them nonsense there. When the man are all rockstone labor right, they might own the labor right way. No shady. But we're moving on. So this was after Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn testified that he was coerced into giving statement, which resulted in Vaz being charged. So he must say, oh, them forced him. So Vaz was accused of offering Sergeant Llewellyn a promotion in exchange for a bribery charge against businessman Bruce Bignell, who was dropped. Him still not get the promotion because he's still a sergeant. So then the promise him say if he make the charges drop against Bignell, him get a promotion for him. And that's what we are saying now. So that's why we are telling you say Major Anthony Anderson a corruption that's all. Yeah, because if he wasn't corrupt, he would make sure that Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn is the face of the police force. You understand? Every time when they drive around in Jamaica, every major town, you'd say Llewellyn as an inspector or a deputy soap say this is the kind of police officer we need in the police force. One who is incorruptible. No, they don't promote him. They don't want to kill him or anything, but because Uncle Sam know about everything with him, that's why they don't kill him. They don't want to kill him, you know. And we know him go through pressure. So Sergeant Llewellyn stunned the corporate era criminal court when he said he was forced, cajoled, and compelled to give a statement implicating Vaz. The policeman said the action of former Assistant Commissioner of Police Justice Felice and DSP Gary Mackenzie, that a big boy, made him feel pressured into giving the damning statement. He told the court that he was taken into custody by DSP Mackenzie and relieved of his firearm. According to Sergeant Llewellyn, he was then escorted in a marked police vehicle by DSP Gary Mackenzie, who turned on the sirens and reminded him that he was under arrest. Wow, so a big boy play a big role in a Darrell Vaz thing. But him and the Prime Minister then got to school, them a friend, and him get a whole heap of promotion after that. He says those actions alone make him feel forced to give the statement that implicated Vaz. DSP Gary Mackenzie denying that he acted unlawfully. He said at all times his actions were above board. So this is how him saying Deputy Superintendent of Police Gary Mackenzie is entangled in a web of shadows where duty and duplicity collide. So let's explore this tale of intrigue, whisper of allegiance, the accusation Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn, torn between loyalty and fear, stepped into the dimly light room. His words tremble as he implicates West Portland MP Darrell Vaz in a corruption probe. The stakes are high, the powerful tremble, and the vulnerable vanish. The denial. The Deputy Superintendent of Police Gary Mackenzie, who is the Assistant Commissioner of Police now, named H in both honor and suspicion, stands before the press. His uniform is immaculate and his gaze is unwavering. And he is in the court and he declares any coercion of Sergeant Hubert Llewellyn. The courtroom holds its breath, but shadows dance in Mackenzie's eye, a secret pact, a whispered promise he knows the cost of silence. The tangled threads, Llewellyn's statement reverberate through the corridors of power. Once untouchable, Darrell Vaz now dances on the edge of exposure. The corruption probe inches closer, like serpent seeking warmth. Mackenzie phone buzzes Anonymous message. Remember your debts. His heart quickens. The past claws at him. The favors hold. The favors granted. So that's how them do the police force. The veil of allegiance. Mackenzie career, a tight trope between duty and survival, because he knew how to play the game by joining one of the oldest secret society in Jamaica. And that's how he got his promotion, by selling in his soul and being a money courier for a PMP criminal organization drug dealer from Spanish Town, St. Catherine, who was dealing drugs in the state of Florida in the United States of America. He remembers the child pornography case, the video's secrets record, the darkness preserved on thumb drive, a stain that never fades. Now he faces another choice. Protect Vaz, the puppeteer, or severs the strings and risks oblivion. The unseen and Llewellyn vanishes, his statement swallowed by shadows. Mackenzie denials echo, but whispers persist. The streets murmurs justice or betrayal. In the quiet of his office, Mackenzie studies the framed photo of a young boy, his innocence lost. He wonders, can honor survive in a world of compromise? Jamaica watches a nation is torn. The corruption probe inches toward fuel by secrets and half-truths. Assistant Commissioner of Police Gary Mackenzie, his legacy uncertain. The truth, like smoke, slips through his fingers. Jamaica, a land of sun-kissed beaches and vibrant culture, now grapple with shadows that stretch across its shores. The stories of Darrell Vaz and Isaac Buchanan unfold a tapestry woven with threads of power, corruption, and shattered ideals. Darrell Vaz, the minister in charge, the minister and the charges. Minister Darrell Vaz, once a beacon of promise, stands. Accused, his hands once raised in service now bear the weight of suspicion. The corruption charges cling like a suit to his skin. The halls of governance echo with whispers. Did he falter? Did ambition blind him? The courtroom awaits its verdicts, while the nation watches, hearts heavy. Isaac Buchanan, the attorney, and the abyss attorney, Isaac Buchanan, a name etched in ink and honor, now dances on the precipice. His word once eloquent, turned jagged. The court tremble, their sanctity tested. The suspension in gavel strike against his reputation. His path, once clear, is now obscured by shadow. The scales of justice waver, and the legal fraternity hold its breath. Vaz, the lawmaker who was arrested and charged with corruption, and Buchanan, the twice convicted drug dealer, who is now an attorney at law and officer of the court, wants to be a justice of the peace, but was denied. Both guardians of the system. Their office was once revered, now cast long shadows. Reputation, the fragile vessel that carries their names, cracks under scrutiny, while its integrity, once a lighthouse, flickers. The irony, Vaz is charged with corruption and his legacy is tarnished. The courtroom drama unfolds, a battle of evidence, whispers, and allegiance. Buchanan, suspended for offensive words, his eloquence turned weapon. The legal code, once his compass, now points to uncertainty. The headache, Jamaica, a canvas painted with resilience, now bears scars. The little island weeps, a witness to its unraveling. The North Star dims, obscured by cloud of doubt. Morality, ethics, and decency, they can't survive the storm. In the sun-soaked land, Jamaica, where reggae rhythm blend with whispers of intrigue, a tale unfolds, a dance of power, betrayal and shadows. The ties that bind. Patrick Bailey, a name whispered in darkened alleys, emerged from the murky past. His family entwined with drug lords and underworld figures cast a long shadow. The street remembered the blood spilled and the secret traded in his house. The current administration, high veil, chooses him. The motives are shrouded. Corruption, like salt in the sea breeze, permeates the air. The con and the puppeteer, the people, the hopeful and the weary, thought change was near. They cast their ballots, believing in redemption, but the puppeteer strings tighten. Another corrupter ascends, a marionette with familiar hands. The administration dance is deceptive. The people are pawns in the game of shadow. The high places and protectors, Bailey, shielded by connections, walk the halls of power. His reputation a mosaic of whisper. The law bends and justice weep. Jolan Silvera, charged with murder, stands on the precipice. The victim, Melissa Silvera, her name etched in sorrow. The courtroom trembles, the scales unbalanced. The North Star flicker. Jamaica is a criminal's paradise. Veiled in smoke, its grapple with its souls by pretending to be decent, honest, and ethical. People leaving the country when it sees nothing but primarily thieves and self-dealers who don't care about destroying the little morals and ethical decency and truthfulness. Corruption, the silent tempest, devours trust, breeds poverty, and fuel gang wars. Bailey, the man who should be behind bars, struts. Silvera, the accused, awaits judgment. The palms sways indifferent. The highland weeps, a nation tore between hope and despair. The sunset once golden, now bleed crimson. Patrick Bailey symbolizes a corroded system, and Jarl and Silvera represent justice. Fragility, the people's voices echo, lost in the din, cacophony of palms. Dr. Kevin Blake, a figure straddling the thin line between duty and shadows, emerged from the corridors of power. Let us explore this tale of allegiance and whispers. Deputy Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake uniform is crisp. His demeanor is polished, and he commands respect. But beneath the facade lies a dance of duplicity. His honesty a fragile thread. The government eyes, half closed, rides with him. Why? His connections, the invisible threads that bind him to former Commissioner of Police Owen Ellington, a legacy of secret, a legacy of corruption, a legacy of criminality, a legacy of dishonesty. The Owen Ellington connection, once the iron hand of law, is now shadow in the halls of power. His name is whispered promise. Corruption like ivy crept through his reign. Blake sought him, the man who knew the hidden path. Software implementation favors exchange, the past a ledger of debt. The dance of shadows. Blake honesty is questioned. The streets murmur. Cases dropped. Files misplaced. The Ellington connection and issue of insurance policy. The government, the puppeteer, pulls strings, integrity bends, and scales tremble. Jamaica watches, a nation is torn. The deputy commissioner, the fulcrum, the legacy of Ellington, the compass. The sunset casts long shadows. Honesty, like sand, slipped through Blake's finger. A web of power, corruption, and impunity. Let us explore this narrative. Patrick Bailey, the Prime Minister lawyer, once a trusting legal advisor. Patrick Bailey now dances on the edge of justice. In his name a whispered promise or a dark secret? The corridors of power echo with questions. The Prime Minister, eyes veiled, stands by him. Why? Connections, the visible, the invisible thread that binds Bailey to the heart of power, perhaps a legacy of secrets. Jalan Silveira, the PNP enigma. Jalan Silveira name is etched in shadows. His past is labyrinth of intrigue. The street murmurs, corruption, murder, and dance of impunity. The Central Police Station lockups, their walls hold secrets. Bailey and Silveira should be cell bodies. Justice trembles. Jamaica watches a nation torn. The palm sways indifferent. The sunset casts long shadows. Bailey and Silveira path diverge. One is protected and the other is accused. The people's voice echo, lost in din, cacophony of palms. Owen Ellington, the former Commissioner of Police, stands at the crossroads, a figure whose legacy echo through the streets of Jamaica. Let us explore this tale of shadows and security. The dismantling. Ellington, once the guardian of law and order, is now a spectre in the annals of policing. His tenor, a mosaic of whispers. The police force, the thread he wove, now fray. The streets tremble, the killers roam, shadows lengthen. The dismantling is a chasm that echoes with unanswered questions. The 24-hour vigil. Security force are the sentinels of sleep. Their boats trace the alleys, their eyes scan the darkness. The residents' dreams are guarded by men and women in uniform. Jamaica, a war zone? No. The palm trees sway indifferent. The sunset casts long shadows. Owen Ellington, the former Commissioner of Police, stands at the crossroads, a figure whose legacy echoes through the streets of Jamaica. Let us explore this tale of shadows and security. The dismantling. Ellington, once the guardian of law and order, is now a spectre in the annal of policing. His tenor, a mosaic of whisperers. The police force, the thread he wove, now fray. The street trembles, killers roam, shadows lengthen, and dismantling of chasm echoes an unanswered question. So now the people are wondering what is going to happen to their beautiful island Jamaica when people in power, installing people who are corrupt, that are there only to look out for their friends but not the Jamaican people. What shall the Jamaican people do? How they're going to get any form of justice? They said justice delays, justice deny. We know what is going on. We know that they don't care. As we have said before, Gummy Bear and the PNP criminal organization, they will do anything to destroy Jamaica, to rule over the ashes. And the Prime Minister Andrew Holness is the great pretender. He pretends as if he wants to rid the country of corruption when he is the one who is fueling the corruption in Jamaica by installing this man, Kevin Blake, as the Commissioner of Police to continue the trajectory and the corruption of Owen Ellington, Jamaica's most corrupt Commissioner of Police, a man who was once arrested and charged with corruption and dishonesty. A Commissioner of Police who has lost his privilege to travel outside of Jamaica, but with no shame, no blame. I don't know how he has been able to do it, but he has. When someone has no shame, there's nothing that you can do that will make them come to their senses. Because criminals and criminal-minded people and liars normally have no shame. Mr. Ellington is the epitome of what a corrupt police officer should be. Whenever you're talking about corrupt police officer, just look in the dictionary and you'll see the man's photograph. We know that they're better. One of the best police officers in the Jamaica Constabulary Force whose character is impeccable, but that the elites, they won't promote this man because he's not beholden to anyone. His name is MacArthur Sutherland. Yes, the Jamaican people deserve better than Kevin Blake. Kevin Blake a real corrosion. I tell you that, believe you me. Yes, but most Jamaicans, most of them are coward. You understand what I'm saying? Even when them serving a police force, when them come up, because them don't want to offend people. And when you're a leader, when you see something that's wrong and you speak up, most people not gonna like it. So you have to just can live with that. And any idea, your conscience is clear. And say, that you have done your part. Because look, even when I was serving in a police force, you can't ask anyone. I was although I was a detective constable, I used to stand up, not for who's right, but what is right. I have no problem getting rid of criminals, period. None. But I just don't like thieving police, corrupt police, and the worst kind of police too. The ones who like to destroy the police officers' lives when they are the main corruptors. Those are the police officers that are dangerous. So the appointment of individuals with questionable connection or family ties to corruption raises serious concerns about nepotism and integrity within the government. And we see it, Owen Ellington, now him nephew. So when leaders continue to perpetuate a cycle of corruption by appointed relatives or associated with tainted reputations, they undermine public trust in governments, commitment to upholding the rule of law and serving the people's interests. This man is a made man, If you understand what a made man is, it's like somebody you bring them in a gang, and after them go through the initiation, yes, say boy, say him supposed to lead the gang in the future. So that is what is happening right now. It's a family thing. The Jamaican Constabulary Force now become a family thing. So they're gonna put Kevin Blake there. So next, his job now promote Shami and Shan, that are the Commissioner of Police, baby mother. Yes, that's a prince mother. Then to promote the Commissioner of Police daughter, the one who have cooking degree. She don't know one thing of the police work. So they might use the police force, stack it with them family member, and them not doing the police work. Because them not going out there for a confrontation with the corrows and the corrow bunkers. Them in the office, in the AC, command, them say them have station manager, division manager and all of these things. Them say themselves as police officers. So they might change it to a corporate thing. So it is indeed disheartening when those in position of power lack the moral compass to prioritize the public good over personal connections or self-interest. That's why we have to speak up, because that's how we see that is happening. Personal connection and self-interest, yeah, if you take care of them, friend. The lack of accountability and transparency in such appointments only deepen public cynicism and erodes confidence in the government's ability to address corruption effectively. A government that is corrupt cannot talk to people about corruption. You have to lead from the front, not from the back. So while it may seem challenging to hold shameless accountable, civil society, independent institutions, and conscientious individuals must continue to advocating for transparency, accountability, and ethical governance. By shining a light on corruption and demanding accountability from our leaders, we can work towards creating a more just and equitable society. We can create a more just and equitable society for all. To be the commissioner in any jurisdiction, individual must possess a range of traits and qualifications, including the commissioner of police leadership skill. The first thing supposed to have honesty. Honesty. The most important thing, honesty. You understand? Leadership skills. Commissioners need strong leadership abilities to effectively oversee and manage the police force, providing guidance, direction, and inspiration to officers and staff. Integrity, which is absent. Integrity is paramount for Commissioner of Police, as they must uphold the highest ethical standard and demonstrate honesty, transparency, and accountability in their actions and decisions. Experience. Candidates typically need extensive experience in law enforcement with a deep understanding of policing practices, procedures, and strategy. This man never got a court in his life. I doubt if he know the oath of office swear himself in a court. Strategic thinking. Commissioners must be able to think strategically and develop long-term plans and initiatives to address crime, maintain public safety, and enhance community relations. Communication skills. Effective communication is essential for commissioners' interaction with diverse stakeholders, including government officials, community leaders, the media, and the public. Problem-solving skills. Commissioners must be adept at analyzing complex issues, identifying solutions, and implementing strategies to address challenges such as crime, public disorder, and organizational problems within the police force. Diplomacy and relationship building. Commissioners need strong interpersonal skills to build and maintain positive relationships with stakeholders, including community groups, government agencies, and international partners. I can tell you that the FBI have zero faith in the brother. I tell you. Because him did leak some information when him done by NIB. But that's what them say, them not a shame of Jamaica, you know. Adaptability. Policing environments are dynamic and ever-changing, requiring commissioners to be adaptable, flexible in responding to emerging threats, technological advancement, and social changes. Commitment to diversity and inclusions. Commissioners should demonstrate a commitment to promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion within the police force and ensuring fair and unbiased treatment of all individuals. Public service ethos. Above all, commissioners must be genuine in their dedication to serving the public interest, protecting the right and safety of citizens, and upholding the rule of law. You don't know what this man are going to do. He might go inside there for protect the corruptors, and you know what we already. Jamaica tremble. A battleground of bloodlines. The Ellingtons, Blakes, Shower Posse, their destinies entwine. Corruption seeps through the cracks and honor hangs by the thread. Hope you enjoy the series of, keep appointing corruptors to be Commissioner of Police. The last time we have an honest, ethical and decent Commissioner of Police was Urban Ricketts. Peer crook and fake police, they have been appointed. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.